Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. Noobs, thank you. However you got here, whatever you clicked on, thank you. Now, goodbye. I know you're gone. Regs, we back at it again. We do what we do. We got this special, unique bond that we share, but don't have a name for. I am in that in-between place. It's that not right, not wrong. It just depends. I'm in that place. And I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may. Whatever the person in charge think I should do, I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow the rules. I'm just going to do whatever it is. And I'm not going to rage against the machine anymore. Cause I did used to have a problem with watching TV shows weekly, especially since the whole format changed, where more and more streaming services, and it started with Netflix, I believe, would just drop all of the episodes and let you binge watch whatever you need to, whatever you want, whenever you want, whatever time. And okay, I definitely have a great appreciation for binge watching. Binge watching allows me to do whatever I need to do and then watch at my own time, on demand, my own time. However, bird-like voice. However, I noticed with binge watching, it took away the conversation. It took away the watershed, the water cooler. And I don't believe there's any water coolers that people stand by. But I'm just going to say, it took away the conversation that you would normally have with friends and family about whatever TV show that you're watching, because everybody's not on the same page. Everybody's not on the same episode, and everybody is basically not watching the same show. And if they are watching the same show, they are what I just mentioned previous. And I didn't figure this out until later on. Sure, there were people yelling at the cloud and saying that this would happen. Okay, you were right. With some TV shows, I might add, because I'm getting to why I don't know where I'm at. But you were right about some TV shows, that this was going to happen, that this was going to occur. You try to forewarn the rest of us. Okay, I get it now. But how about this, genius? Experience is the best teacher. You could have told me all you wanted to tell me. It was going to take me experience in watching certain shows, binge watching certain shows, and wanting to talk about it with friends and family, and they haven't binge watched it. They are multiple episodes behind or haven't even started the series, period. I get it now. A little late, but hey, better late than never. Better late than never. And when it's episodal, it's one of those. When it's released weekly, everybody is consuming at the same rate. Maybe not. No one's ahead, basically. No one's ahead. You can fall behind and you can bend your way up forward, but no one's ahead. So there's always that key element, that key cliffhanger, that clear event that occurs and happens. There's that clear event that happens that you can just talk about it, that you can just reference, that you can just refer to, and people will know exactly where you are or what you're talking about. And then the conversation can continue. Then the conversation can grow and people can be brought in. It's magic. It is magic. Now, don't get me wrong. Even though I do realize the error of my ways when it comes to that, there's certain shows that I just can't watch week to week because maybe it's a slow burner. Maybe it doesn't make any sense going in order. That's slow. In other words, there has been a few episodes of shows that I'm watching, and when I finish with one episode, I go to the next episode. I go to the next episode. I go to the next episode. And it's not until I reach the end when all of the previous stuff makes sense. And if I had to do that on a week-to-week basis, the payoff would have had to been huge. And if it wasn't huge and if it wasn't magical or a magic moment, I would have been raging at the machine, spitting hot fire, going berserk, out of my mind, looking for the eye. All of those things and everything else that I just refuse to say because this is a family program and this is a family show and I don't have the energy to say earmuffs that many times. Nope, I do not. There's some shows, it just didn't make sense until I got to the end. Going through episode by episode, week by week, it would have been tough. I would have probably gave up on it, but being able to just binge through and then get to the end and the payoff was actually worth it. Oh, okay. It makes sense now. I think it depends on how the series is written and how many episodes are there going to be in general and how many seasons are there going to be in general. Is there an ideal of how many seasons going forward that is going to be needed to tell the story? Because that is the main thing. And that's something else that I came to appreciate. The complete story. I used to be upset, disappointed, angry, mad that some of my shows would be finished. Not necessarily, canceled, finished, not renewed is the word I think the business use. And that leaves that's weird. That leaves not necessarily a bad taste in your mouth. It just weird. It doesn't feel right. I feel cheated. I feel like I'm left up to my imagination and I don't really know where and why certain characters did what they did, and will they continue to remain true to who they are going forward, and what is the end game? How is this supposed to end? Does everybody win? Does one person win? Does one person lose? Are there no winners and losers? There are multiple questions. That's why I've come to appreciate shows that actually finish, that are actually complete, actually say, hey, we are going to do this many seasons. And after that, that's over with because we need this many seasons to tell the story. We need this many seasons to tell the story. And once the story is told, that's it. I can appreciate that. I can flea clap for that. I can stand behind that. I can pump my chest out and say, yes, I get it. I understand. But also, if there's going to be an end, leaving on a cliffhanger that's troubling. Especially after investing so much time, so many years, so many hours, so many days into a show. And the ending doesn't match. The ending doesn't put that same effort that a viewer put in. That is a recipe for disaster. I.e. GOT. I.e. Sopranos. I can keep going, but it seems like most of them come from a few networks or places. You know who you are. I don't need to throw any more stones. My glass house might break. My glass house might break. I'm okay now with shows actually ending. Long as there's an actual ending to it, the story is closed, everything makes sense, and everything was done properly, meaning there was effort. It doesn't necessarily have to be the ending that I want or the ending that I suspect. I would hope it wouldn't be, but if it was, hey, no judge zone. No judge zone. So I come to appreciate shows that actually close and end. That's not renewed, because not renewed is just weird-ish, but also not being all about the binge, all about the binges, all about the binging TV shows. And it's basically because it's the whole conversation factor. If the show is like really, really good, you can tell so many people to watch it. You can have so many different people watching. I guess that would be one way to have it to talk about with others. Nobody's going to be on the same episode. Nobody's going to be on the same page unless you create like this pack. We will not watch any more, blah, 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 blah. Insert. I'm just going to say one of those packs. I'm in one, and I don't regret it. It's just that I don't think I will ever finish that show because the person I made the pact with, they aren't watching the show anymore. And I like to be a honorable person. I like to be a truth teller. And if one day I'm asked that I finished the show and I say yes, and I broke the pact, we know what happened when pacts are broke. Bad things occur. I don't want to be responsible for bad things. Just goodness and positivity only. Por favor, s'il vous plaît, or s'il te plaît. Either or. But I guess you could just say, hey, we can watch an episode a day or an episode a week or an episode every 2 weeks and just have that sort of agreement with multiple people for possibly different episodes, and your reliable friends, your reliable family, your reliable associates, your reliable people you talk to, even imaginary ones, they are people too. They are. Then that would be, I guess, a suggestion, or that would be a way for me to go moving forward on episodes or TV shows that are dumped, or TV shows that they release the episodes all at once and I'm able to binge. Then again, sometimes I'm just not in the right space to watch certain genres of TV shows. And then there's some shows that just takes about everything in my being for me to watch because it is so draining. There's so much happening. There's so much going on. And there's so many things that I got to be aware of. And you know, my awareness game be on level 100. My awareness game be on level 100, and my intuition is always leading. So there's some TV shows where it's just, I can watch one every 3 weeks, one every month, one every 2 months, one every 3 months. Don't worry. I record this. I record all my data. So when I watch, where I watch, and all of that information, I have readily available, and I can pull it up at a drop of the hat. Yes, I still record all my data, because if they're going to have it, I'm going to have it too. And I suggest you should as well. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website at xtra.vdgsports.com. This episode wasn't being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, and everything in between. There's a YouTube as well. Like, subscribe, and share. Comment if you may, comment if you must. And that's it. VDG Sports. Thank you. Thank you. You know what to do. You know. Peace. Oh, yeah, I ain't still not doing it that long. No.